A blockbuster game awaits us in the opening match of round 2 in the Rugby Championship. The All Blacks, they're back home, and a visit from the Springboks is awaiting one of the most awaited games of the Rugby Championship so far. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to your home of rugby and the Rugby Championship, where we make our way into round 2 of the competition. The All Blacks, of course, got off to a winning start in Argentina last weekend, and with them the Springboks did as well. But today the two winning sides meet, and there shall remain only one after the next 80 minutes of this classic bout. The All Blacks have had a few changes to their lineup tonight for this matchup, with Cody Taylor returning into the starting team at hooker, and of course we see the return of Brodie Retallick in the second row. A bit of a switch around with Scott Barrett, who moves out to 5. The back row remains the same, but we see Richie Mo'unga come into the team to replace Damien McKenzie at fly half, and the two wingers change around as well. Mark Tillier on the left wing and Will Jordan on the right. For the Springboks, they've gone pretty much as powerful as they can. It is a stacked team that makes it hard to see which of these two sides really has the upper hand. Kitchop and Benami and Mahoba will line up in the second row, with all these names that have been waiting in New Zealand for a week now have come into the starting lineup. Names like Evan Etzebeth, who will captain the team from the second row. He partners Diaga in the middle of the pack, with, of course, Quaker Smith at 6, Moster at 7, and Visa at number 8. And you look a back row to go into that pack as well. Buff de Klerk comes into the starting lineup with a new partner of Damien Willemse, who gets the nod at 10 this week, with the King, Makazula Mapimpi, and of course Jason Colby coming in on the wings. Damien Delendi starts at inside centre, with the keeping in place Lecanio Arm, and of course Billy LaRue, another one of the few who have been retained from round 1 to round number 2. The two benches, well, they look pretty good, don't they? The Springboks especially look stacked in that reserves. Marks, Tatoy, Koch, Snyman, Tatoy, both Tatoys on there, Peter Stepp and Thomas as well. Vermeulen, Williams and Libok round out their 23. But for the All Blacks, I don't think they're going to bring as much impact from this bench. The starting lineup will have to do the job, but Takiao certainly will make some sort of impression. Tamati Williams finally gets a nod in an All Blacks jersey in 17 with Laulala, the other front row replacement. Vai Papili'i, the rest of the forwards, with Christy Enor and Caleb Clark rounding out the All Blacks 23 for this massive clash here in Auckland. And of course, as we do before every All Black matchup, Aaron Smith leads the haka once again. The preparations are complete. The All Blacks, the Springboks, ready to go. Round 2 of the Rugby Championship, the blockbuster matchup we've all been waiting all week for, is finally underway as Richie Mo'unga kicks off deep down to the 22. Jordy Barrett finds Will Jordan. Electric start for the All Blacks, but Jordan goes into touch. And a bit of a sleepy start for the Springboks. Almost allows the All Blacks to waltz right into their territory. And Benami, though, with the throw to try and alleviate some of that early pressure. Look, Diaga drags it down. He finds Etzebeth, who puts in a strong carry. But good defence at the front of the line-out from Igden de Groots. Make sure he goes no further. Just a couple of metres further up, it's going to be Cody Taylor. That one's taken nicely from Barrett. The back line get it straight away. Mo'unga turns it back inside, and a high tackle from Borgi and Benami. He's going to be able to wrap from the referee. Yellow card early on. Springboks down a man already, and the All Blacks with a penalty inside the 22. Will they take it only 3? It looks like they will. Richie Mo'unga given the task of an early shot at goal, and Richie Mo'unga makes no mistake about that one. Great kick from the All Blacks fly half. An early poor discipline from the Springboks allows the opportunity. And 3 points to nil. The scoreboard reads after just 6 minutes of this match. New Zealand over South Africa nice and early on. Back underway through Damien Willemse. Finds Cody Taylor. De Groot. Now there's a bit of room here for Mark Talia. Can't get away from a good tackle there from Etzebeth. Smith goes short. De Groot. Great little short pass to Frizzell. And Shannon Frizzell's in behind them again. Mo'unga in support. He takes him down. All Blacks, the support line is slow to get in touch. It looks like the Springboks might turn this one over. De Klerk.
Advantage.
Off to Willemse, who drops the ball. One phase is all their managers. Aaron Smith takes advantage on his side, kicks it down to Billy LaRue, and a great chase from Richie Mo'unga. How's the support now for the Springboks? Trundling their way back, it's not good. It's been lost. Savia, wide ball, Rico Ioane back to Barrett. Will Jordan's got on the outside. He takes on the Mapimpi, and Will Jordan scoots around the outside for the opening try. Well, missing the hooker or not, that wasn't going to change the fact that Will Jordan's just too fast. Well, it was all Artie Savia's massive pass out wide. Ioane didn't really know what to do with it, gave it to Jordy Barrett. And the screaming intent of Will Jordan, that right wing, was too much to ignore. The All Blacks double down on the early penalty with the opening try. And a conversion from a similar spot to what Mo'unga just nailed that penalty from. And this time he shrugs it away to the right. Well, he got the 3, but he's missed the 2. But 8 points to nil, the All Blacks lead the Springboks. And we get to see Mbonambi come back onto the field now. His team in a bit of a mire, conceding 2 scoring plays. But full complement restored now for the Springboks. As Willemse's back to halfway. And he consistently keeps the kick-off the same. Down to Lomax this time. Well, this is a good little play out too from the 22. Frizzell back to Smith. Now pick and go. Wide cut-out pass to Will Jordan. Drops it off to Jordy Barrett. Round the corner for Retallick. Offloads beautifully. And now Artie Savia's in behind them. One to beat. Billy LaRue equal to the task. Shepherds him away to the corner. Kane, pick and go. De Groot's there, as is Taylor. De Groot goes back to Will Jordan, who punches this one into centre field. Right at the sticks. Colby goes back, as does LaRue. Gets it right on the try line, and a good chase as well. Taken down from Mo'unga. The All Black support's there. The Springboks survived. Yelende takes on to Leah. Couldn't quite get the ball. Looking for the pass. They go short side. Kicks off. It's dropped it. And the All Blacks have got a chance. It's there for Taylor. He's a metre short. All Blacks right there on attack now. Just 2 metres from the line. De Groot. Straight into the line he goes. Offload in the tackle from Barrett. And it looks like a try for Artie Savia. Power play from the All Blacks back. And Savia grabs try number 2. Well, question marks from the Springboks why they didn't just kick it out from their own goal line. Trying to run at 100 metres, never going to work. De Groot back to Barrett. And his support was Artie Savia as well. Great lines from some great support runners. How about that, having 2 of the best charges. Squishing straight at the line. In the end, resulting in another 7 points this time. Richie Mo'unga adding the extra 2 from the left-hand side. 15 points to nil. It's been all Blacks so far in front of their home fans. It's the South Africans full of errors and mistakes. Haven't fired a shot yet, but they've hardly touched the ball. Let's see if they can turn that around in the second half of this first 40. That's a great ball from the group, finding it to Brody Retallick. Takes on LaRue at the back. But not even Brody Retallick can push his way through. Billy LaRue at the back. It's a Line out throw in Minambi. He's well rested. He's already spent 10 and a half an hour in the bin. Line out comes in. Stolen from Barrett. That's a massive play to steal a line out of the Springboks. And once again, Will Jordan will take on Mbimbi. In support there with Savia and Moanga as well. Smith. The short side. Trying to bag from Savia. And Barrett knocks it on. They give it back to the Mbimbi now. And the Springboks will look to attack after Maholba decided it wasn't for him. Oh, this could be a scrum. We will go back. The ball is going to squirt to the All Black side. And the error from Scott Barrett will give them
Crouch.
the feed to the scrum. Tough to Clark, who's not seen anywhere near as much ball as he'd like in this matchup so far. Gets a feed. The ball slowly makes its way to the feet of Justin Visa. And look at that, just kicked away from Fuff de Klerk. Wynn catches it. Barrett's got work to do as it scrobles away across field. He turns back and kicks into a lot of empty paddock here. Billy LaRue with work to do. The chase of Rico Ioane, very good. Black jerseys there. Numbers as well. This will be a turnover just outside the 22. 3 minutes to play. Smith out to Kane. Numbers on the left. He goes back to Moanga. Frizzell hammers it up. A metre or two in the 22 now. Smith holds up play, he goes down. That's a good piece of defence by the Springboks wrapping up the scrum half. Salvia, that's high! Oh, not again, Quagga Smith. And the Springboks should know well and truly here not to mess with the referee. He'll send you to the bin with no remorse whatsoever. And the All Blacks, well, they're going to look for touch. What a call here by Captain Sam Kane. They want another 7 before the break. Taylor the throw. Taking his time, hitting his man. Scott Barrett has been an anchor in the middle of that lineout. Smith goes out to Adi Savia. Oh, what an offload to Moanga, who spills the ball. And the try goes big, and the chance is gone. Fuff de Klerk has kicked it away. It stayed in the field of play though. Referee says advantage is over. His little chip from Barrett looking for Talia. Only finds LaRue and now Colby chips the little one over the top. Barrett knocks on, and this should be all she wrote, surely. Two teams trying to play a little bit of fantasy rugby, but here's Colby off. What was he thinking there? The offloads are coming pretty fast. Colby had room, but he gave back to de Klerk. Here's a Manabi. Now got Delendi. Back it goes to de Klerk. He's going to kick it straight down the middle of the park. Neither side wants to go to the break. Here's Will Jordan. He might kick. Moanga might. No! Jordy Barrett back to Moanga, and he said, I've had enough. And he kicks it to touch. Thank goodness for that. What a stanza at the end of the half there. Both sides throwing the kitchen sink and the garden shed at each other, but unable to come up with any extra points. It is half time, and it is 15 points to 0. The All Blacks dominating possession and getting a fair share of territory as well. And 6 line breaks to 1. It has been one-way traffic. The All Blacks in control here at home as well. 15-0 at half-time. Well, it's been a sight that is seen too often so far tonight. The Springboks, they're kicking off yet again. Here is Willemse. Again, he goes to the right side, keeps it high this time. Scott Barrett has been phenomenal so far. Jordy, the brother, out it goes to Will Jordan. He plants it on the boot. Rico Ioane leading a very hard charge. Has been left to bounce there for LaRue, and he eventually cleans it up. Inside the zone 22, trouble for the Springboks as black jerseys swarm. And somehow they hang on to it. Credit there to LaRue. I don't know how he held on to that. On the 22, a pick and go. At the back, Visa waits for it. But the All Blacks numbers again. How do they keep doing it? Adi Savia credits that turnover. Scott Barrett, Rico Ioane, so many players and numbers. Back to Moanga. It doesn't fall over the line. I don't know how they've not scored there. Smith keeps the forwards. The Talia count to Talia, and Mark Talia will score the try. The All Blacks third, and it is one-way traffic resuming here after the break. What a play from the All Blacks. Turnovers are plenty. They are dominating the breakdown, dominating contact. Somehow it's saved that one from going over the line. But Aaron Smith, Rutullik did so well, cutting out Jordy Barrett. And then Mark Talia, a little show, slides his way over the line. Knows these parts very well. for the Blues, of course. And the league now up to 20 points. Remarkable so far from the All Blacks. Here is Mo'unga. There, talk just fades. It looked good, like it was going to just stay on the inside of the right-hand upright, but it faded late and faded away. Unsuccessful kick from Richie Mo'unga. 9 minutes on, Willemse back to halfway again. Keeps it shorter this time and finds Cody Taylor. Retallick hits that ruck hard. Secures possession for the All Blacks. They go back to Mo'unga. He's kicked it away from LaRue this time. He has to chase hard. There's a number of jumpers going back here for the Springboks, but Pippi eventually grabs it. And hitting it hard there with Franco Mostert. This is good ball to Kwagga Smith. Now, he needs to find some wheels. He does get it to Willemse, but on the wrong side. All Blacks defence manages to just keep it in tow. No one's back for the All Blacks. Here is Lukanyuam. He tries to force his way through. De Klerk, he'll go himself. Always been heavy, hard.
Release.
Hit there from Rieko Ioane. Springboks hang on to the ball, though. Do they? Visa once more. He's going to be robbed. 2 phases. Then he just can't get the ball. Retallick inside. Looking for Adi Savia. It's all the All Blacks. Here's Aaron Smith now. He goes to the 22. Surely that's lost. And Benambi was on him. Numbers to the left. Up in the line is Bowden Barrett, who can't hold on. Well, they really are playing at a very high tempo at the moment, the All Blacks. Here's Lukiaga. Well, he's passed it inside. Should have gone himself. Kwagga Smith didn't want anything to do with that ball. De Klerk. Lukiaga again. Opens it up now. Kanyuam has knocked it on. And the referee goes back to the initial error, and that will be a knock on by the All Blacks.
Bind.
Well, they've been pinned down here with 20 to play, the Springboks, in their own half, and most of the time in their own 22 as well. Can they manage to get themselves out? De Klerk sets everyone to the lines. Willemse finds it to Arm. Arm running well. Very well. 2-3 defenders to pull him down. The Kanyuam, great run. Had Billy LaRue to his right, couldn't get the pass away. De Klerk now has a stab. Springboks again struggle at the breakdown. This could be another turnover. Cody Taylor, the chief at that one. Here's Sam Cane. Mo'unga, well, good little dicey run. Adi Savia has been everywhere tonight. Aaron Smith spots a little hole and goes through it. Smith looks out wide. Will Jordan, what a pass from Aaron Smith. It's 25-0 and the All Blacks are romping home. No shots fired from the Springboks tonight. Look at this from Mo'unga and even Adi Savia. They have been sublime. But Aaron Smith rolling back the clock. What a pass to his right-hand side as well. Will Jordan, for he's been hot tonight. Right from the outset he nearly scored. And it continued on from there. Mo'unga for another 2 if you'd like him. He's been gifted opportunities all night long. And he says this time, thank you sir, I'll take that. It's 27-0. All Blacks in control. The Springboks hardly spend any time out of their half. What a disappointing performance so far from the visitors. 12 minutes to play, 12 minutes to get some respect in the scoreline. As Lomax just plucks it out of the hands of a rampaging Colby. Frizzell left to Rieko Ioane, offloads it to Mo'unga. One more pass and they could have been on. Shut down there, piece at the back, tries to find it to his team's side, but they can't do it. The All Blacks continue on. They're hammering hits and it affects Barrett. Good little pass to Mo'unga. He's got Retallick as well. Now left side is Talia. They go right to Rieko Ioane. Open it up. There could be another chance here for Will Jordan. Smith goes back to the left-hand side. Retallick gives nicely to Mo'unga. Now to Mark Talia. And this will be all she wrote. Another try. A second for Talia. And up against Willemse. He was going to win that race all day long. 32-0. The Springboks have been pumped here in Auckland. Well, they did so well here, the All Blacks. It kept it alive, just kept hammering away at the defence. The trust and the faith and their breakdown was always going to be on their side. And when Damian Willemse had 2 options to take Richie Mo'unga or Mark Talia, he had to commit, and he really stood between the 2 of them. They manipulated well, and Talia grabs try number 2. Well, it's been a points fest tonight so far. Richie Mo'unga, 5 to play, 32 points to 0. And this one is probably his worst of the night. It's 3 points on offer here, Richie. Get that points tally up. He's grabbed a few, though. He's been instrumental tonight. It's Richie Mo'unga. Him along with Arnie Salvia. The Chiefs, as Frizzell takes the kick-off down, and Jordy Barrett gets a hard hit from the Springbok defence. Retallick, nowhere to go there. Good tackle from Makazole Mapimpi. He can go from Smith, gets on the outside again. No, Mapimpi, that opens up room for Will Jordan. They do well, though. Arm especially combining up there with Billy LaRue. Shut that space down very promptly. It's a good break from the All Blacks. I like what they managed here. Get on the outside of the tackle of Etzebeth. And it kind of got unstuck there. Felt the Clark involved as well. It covered back nicely. And Billy LaRue cut off the angles.
Set.
1 minute to play. 1 minute. Just get a little bit of something here for the Springboks. What can they do? Buff de Klerk. Willemse. Mapimpi. Covering across. Takes on Rico Iolani. Renewing their acquaintances, two that have certainly known each other before. Driven backwards was Visa. Fluff de Klerk spots a little hole! Fluff de Klerk dummies his way! Up over halfway, and finally the Springboks are in attack mode. Diaga. Offload slice into Etzebeth, who goes backwards at a rate. Slow ball, but they will find it back for Kitshoff. He doesn't kick and he doesn't pass. He just runs. Couple of metres gained. Short, Visa once more. Turns it back. Quacker Smith goes back to the right again. Galendi summing and dummying his way up the field. They're almost to the 22 now, the Springboks. Best passage by them tonight by far. De Klerk loses a couple. The support line's there for him. Kitshoff tries to step around Richie Mo'unga. Not sure what he was trying there. Here is Visa again. Finding it to the hole. Oh, that's a high shot. Jordan Barrett. The All Blacks losing the wick there a little bit. The frustration that the Springboks have managed to string together so many phases. They only keep this donut. As Willemse taps. He holds up play and he waits. Goes back to Mahoba. That's a good ball to Colby. Outside he goes to Billy LaRue. Can he link up? No, he's going to run down the room though. Mo'unga covers well. Kitshoff is there quickly. Very isolated there was Billy LaRue. Quacker Smith offload to Colby again. He'll be in. Support lines are there. Billy LaRue gets the pass from Etzebeth. And that's a great try for the Springboks. But it's 90 minutes too late. Where was this play right from the start? Very poor from the Springboks throughout until things got desperate. Great work from Quacker Smith, putting Colby in another hole. Etzebeth down the corner and Billy LaRue off the little dropped pass. Grabs himself the only point so far tonight for the Springboks. Willemse will be on the tee. Where this one's going to go, I have no idea. Well, it's as straight as an arrow. Great kick from Damien Willemse. Oh, how do you like that? All he's been doing all night has been drop kicking from halfway. He gets a chance off the tee and he impresses. That will be it for the Springboks. That is all they get to celebrate as the All Blacks have put on a demolition job here in Auckland, taking out the Springboks convincingly by 32 points to 7. One-way traffic throughout, but the glimpses of what the South African team can do may be encouragement enough as they progress through to the Rugby World Cup. Tries for Adi Salvia, 2 for Mark Talia and Will Jordan. Mo'unga 2 off conversions and a penalty goal. Billy LaRue the only try scorer. Of course, Damien Willemse added the extra 2. What could have been tonight an exciting matchup was certainly lost on this crowd as the All Blacks were clinical right from the outset. All the possession throughout the 80s, 64 and 59% of territory. Only one more line break in the second half though, 10-5. That was a convincing performance by the New Zealand All Blacks. The Springboks though, they have to go back to square one and their chances now will rely on the Wallabies beating the All Blacks, and of course they'll have to do the same to the Pumas, but for this one, we are done. It's been an exciting match-up, not what we got promised at the start, but still we got to see what the All Blacks can do at home. We all know World Cups are not won, not always, at least, in your own backyard. We're off to France later this year, where it should all be a lot different. South Africa, though, with a few things to work on before then. All Blacks win 32 points to 7 over South Africa, round 2 of the Rugby Championship, and I'll be back again with you for plenty more as Australia take on the Pumas following this. Until then, though, thanks for watching and take care.